Not sure if you heard all the controversy recently about how the LGBTQ plus 2S community was upset that slogans they were shouting at a parade were taken out of context. Oh, which slogans? Well, they went like this: "We're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children." Obviously, these were misconstrued totally. Now, it got me to thinking though, is this slogan really the worst that could be out there? I mean, could there possibly be a group that may do even more damage to your kids? And suddenly it came to me, what about those masters of indoctrination? You know, evangelical Christians? What if they were to take to the streets and start shouting, "We're here, we're evangelical Christians, and we're coming for your children"? I mean, can you imagine what would happen to your poor kids if these people got a hold of them? Your children might actually begin to believe that men can't be women, or there are only, and I say only, two genders. Some of them might even become confused enough to believe that they shouldn't have sex with random strangers. Yes, I know, especially sex with older pervs, either men or women. What if they were told they weren't a furry and didn't need a litter box like a cat? Can you imagine what a setback that would be to their two-spirit development? I shudder to think what would happen to young, innocent minds who might begin to believe the nonsense spouted by these evangelical Christian folks that feeling abnormal was perfectly normal during puberty, and that taking puberty blockers or chopping off penises and breasts won't fix what feels broken inside, and that only God can do that. I know, crazy talk. Some children might actually begin to believe that it's their parents they need to trust and tell everything to, and not their teachers. Just think how this would undermine teachers everywhere. Why, now kids could possibly tell their parents what's happening in their classrooms, and any and all special secrets that were between them and their teachers would now be out in the open. If these zealots had their way, they would dare rob a precious little 5-year-old of something so diverse and sacred as Drag Queen Storytime Hour, with a dude in a dress, replacing it instead with, something crazy like a man in pants telling them a fairy tale about a loving God who thinks they're wonderfully and perfectly made. Come on. Can you imagine the damage that would do to the self-esteem of young, impressionable minds? And don't get me started on the financial ruin that this crazy bunch of people would inflict on the medical industrial complex with this crazy talk. If parents began to believe these Bible thumpers instead of all the experts, just imagine the financial harm to doctors, nurses, psychologists, and all those offering gender mutilating care. What about the pharmaceutical industry? This type of nonsensical thinking could lead to financial ruin. After all, who's going to buy all the drug transitioners drugs they need pre and post transition to the very day they die? Now, if that doesn't frighten you, just think about the kind of parade these prudes would have you attend. I mean, first off, there goes pride, since these fools consider that pride has to do with the downfall of man or something. I mean, really? Next, there go all the colorful outfits. You know, men who think they're women and women who think that they're men, parading around naked, body painted. It's like the circus came to town, but with people as the animals. Instead of going to the zoo and seeing elephants swinging their trunks, your children, your kids, get to see grown-ass men swinging their schlongs everywhere they go. And what about those floats with men and women dressed in S&M gear, reenacting what they feel your child needs to see? After all, how else are they going to become open-minded? I mean, what would these Christians have us do? Do a parade with, a float with Noah's Ark or something? Anyway, I could go on and on, but if this isn't enough to convince you of just how dangerous these evangelical Christians are, well, quite frankly, you're likely one of those who identify as sane and normal and committed to protecting your children, which of course makes you totally intolerant. Anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. You can always follow me on my Rumble and my Locals account. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. And I will see you next time and check out some of the past videos.